Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Are joint pain and stiffness holding you back? At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're here to help you move forward. Our board certified rheumatologist and trained nurse practitioners specialize in diagnosing and treating inflammatory arthritis, lupus, osteoporosis, and other autoimmune conditions. With on site lab testing, digital x rays, bone density scans, and infusion therapy, we provide comprehensive care all under one roof. Since 2001, we've been committed to personalized, compassionate care for patients across eastern North Carolina. Take the first step towards better health today. Call Carolina Arthritis Center at 252 321 8474, 252 321 8474, or visit carolina arthritis.com. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you're listening from us from. And welcome to another incredible episode of your favorite weekend show. This is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio 107.5 FM and 1570 AM WECU. Yes, and super shout out to everyone listening to us on the WNOS dial on 102.3 FM and 1450 AM WNOS out in New Bern. And as always, super shout out to everyone listening to us from around the world on pitperspectives.com or across our Facebook or YouTube or Twitch live streams. Yes, it's another amazing episode of your favorite weekend show. Yes, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire communities. Yes, and as always, I'm your favorite voice on the mic, your friend, your brother, the man with the juice, the man with the sauce, the man, the macaw, Victor Ihuka. Yes, and as always, we're always glad to have you here. And we have a guest in the building. But before we introduce our guest, I'm always here with my two former friends, and they can be a pain. But yes, I manage them. Well, they'll say they manage me, but I don't know about that. Yes, I'm here with my two amigos, AY and Patrick, in the building. What's up, fellas?
What up, chat? Good morning to everyone listening to us this very beautiful Saturday morning. This is AY, and we are here live on Awesome Radio for your amazing Saturday morning show, Pitt Perspectives. And we are so excited to be here as usual. And so we'd like you to invite everyone around you to join us for this beautiful ride because it's going to be a blast. Patrick, how's it going?
Sir. Good morning. This is Patrick once again on the 1, the 2, the 3, the Awesome Radio. It's an amazing Saturday morning. The weather's just right. It's not too hot. It's not too hot it's been.
It's probably going to get hotter, but yeah.
But yeah, it's an amazing morning, and as Victor said, we have a great, amazing guest in the studio, and we can't wait to hear from him. But hey, let's take it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, we have. Every time on the show we say one time for Carolina Arthritis on the video show and on the radio. Yes, we have the legend, the man in the building. Yes. We have Dr. Kyle Hanna. Come on, one time for Dr. K. Yeah. One time for Carolina Arthritis Center. Come on, one time. Yes. We're excited to have Dr. K in the building. We'll, talk a little more about him, as soon as we get into the show. But Dr. K is the managing partner of Carolina Arthritis Center. Carolina Arthritis Center presents our top community news recap, where your journey to health begins. Yes, Dr. K is also the chief medical officer of Remission Medical. And he's also a U.S. Army veteran. I mean, amazing stuff. Our phone lines are buzzing already. Hold on. We'll get into it. You see, you have fans already, even without starting. Yes, we're excited to have Dr. Kyle Hanna in the building. Good morning, Dr. K.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. You have a great voice for radio, I think.
And a face for radio as well.
I think Dr. Herb literally said the same thing the last time. Okay. That's interesting. Yes, Rex Joe in the chat says we are here again. Roll some drums for the first comment. Come on, one time for Rex. The first comment. Yes. Rex, we did more than roll some drums for you. Yes, amazing, amazing stuff. So, guys, how's yours week been? I'll ask you all and then get to Dr. K.
I don't even know what happened. I can't
Oh, yeah?
remember what happened this week.
Okay.
I mean, it's been a very calm week for me. Just working on my research for the most part, and then sleeping the rest.
Oh, okay,
Trying
that's
to get
good.
in
Hey,
some-
but Patrick, did
Because
you...
school is resuming
yeah,
soon,
that's
so
too.
I need to
Yeah,
get in
that's too.
as much sleep as I can before
That's
school
it.
resumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you, Patrick?
It's been the opposite. It's been a super busy week
Oh,
because
yeah?
I had to finalize a lot of projects for my internship. So there was a lot of a lot of 3D printing, a lot of double checking and checking angles but it was amazing. The projects came out successfully and we had like a blast and we had some videos done. Just for a recap. And I'm also moving out of the dorm. I'm going to my dorm for the year. So
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's
Is that
just-
like an upgrade or...
it's an upgrade. I'm going back to Scott, the hall that I was in my freshman year.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
As an array.
Yes.
Yes, we're still live on Awesome Radio, and this is still Pete Perspectives. We'll be back right after the break. Don't touch that dial. Boom.
I'm Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single-specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof. From consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, x-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center.
Where your journey to health begins.
Awesome radio. Yes, awesome, awesome. Can you hear it? Awesome, awesome.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Awesome Radio, and this is Pete Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from Eastern North Carolina to the rest of the world. Yes, we are a global stage for local stories. It's buzzing in the charts. Esther Olamashedrak says, happy weekend, everyone. Happy weekend to you, Esther. Nkechi Promise says, hello, guys. It's been a super wet week here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I suppose that means it's been raining over there. Nkechi, that sounds Nigerian. Yes. Bliss Couture says, hello guys, Sylvia here from Abba Storytelling Hangout. It's my first time on the show. Oh, come on, Bliss. One time for Bliss. Yeah, welcome. Yes, just one heads up. Please stay away from Patrick. That's all. But yes, welcome to the show. Amazing stuff. So, I had really wanted to ask Dr. K about the World Cup. I reserved that conversation for here. So Dr. K really watched some of the World Cup, right?
Oh, yes.
And you've come to Greenville United. You've seen a lot of the games. So I was wondering how it felt seeing football at the highest level. Were you impressed? Were you disappointed? How was that experience?
Most of the games I was really impressed with. I felt like, most, maybe this is over characterization, but
Okay.
I feel like, most Americans that don't watch a lot of football
Right. Yeah.
think it's boring.
Right.
Like you could walk away for 10 minutes and come back and it's
Right.
pretty much the same thing going
Right.
on. But I found many of the games that I watched were pretty exciting from front to back.
Yeah.
A lot of scoring.
Uh-huh.
And then as it got down to the wire, I thought a lot of the finals games were very good.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. And I remember then we would text back and forth if a team like an underdog holds. I think then it was Iran.
Yeah.
They did really well, and
Definitely.
I think Cape Verde too. Do you have any favorites from all of that experience? Any surprises? Any?
Well, of course, I mean, I was rooting for the American team.
Oh yeah.
But my lineage is part German and
Okay.
part French, so I was
Oh,
rooting for those
I
guys as
didn't know
well.
that.
And then at the end, I was glad the way it turned out
Oh.
for Spain to win.
Oh,
Not that I
yeah.
have anything against Argentina,
Right.
but it was nice to see a different team win.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I do. I have something against that.
Oh yeah, this guy has something like. So we had a prediction because I think it was the show before the World Cup. We had Dr. Herb Garrison, and we made our predictions. Unexpectedly, this guy is a Ronaldo fan. This guy is a Messi fan. So we had predictions, and this guy, as always, he predicted Argentina to win. And like all his predictions, it didn't come true. So but
Let's get on point. When we started the show at the start of the World Cup, we had to predict 3 teams that will make it to the finals. I got all my picks right. These guys nowhere even close to the playoffs.
are
For
you
example,
saying?
this guy's Portugal got eliminated in the round of 32, round of 16, right? Or was it semifinals?
I said Spain,
Mm-hmm.
France, and Portugal.
Portugal was nowhere to be seen.
Portugal was eliminated in round of 16,
Yes.
and then
'Cause they were
France
useless team.
was even in the what's it called, semi-finals.
Yes.
And Spain was in the finals, and
Yes.
they did not just win. They actually, I mean, they destroy. If I was Argentine that day, I don't think I would have survived because it was terrible. That's like the poorest football outing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not trying to
theory about
exaggerate.
it. I have a theory about
It was like about like
please keep your
116
theory
minutes.
to yourself.
It was about 116 minutes of football in the World Cup final, and there was no single shot, not even off.
Yeah,
Terrible.
no single shot. It's
Poor.
It's
That's
interesting.
bad.
But yeah, I'm glad the World Cup is over, and I think usually the goal of the World Cup is to grow the game, the culture and all that, and I'm excited for what it means to this area. I mean, we had the World Cup watch party. I was rooting for the US, and until the whole red card thing, started, and I knew it was probably not gonna go well with them because football, usually we have something we call the god of soccer, quote unquote. We feel like there is the game sort of is fair in its own way. So if a team feels like they are getting robbed, chances are somewhere along the line the game would go in a way that they would feel like they've gotten justice. So things like that would happen every now and then. But I'm glad, we're excited. Hopefully, Greenville United, we played the semifinals of the playoffs against Bristol Reading in Virginia, and they were unbeaten the entire season. We were winning 2-1 until the 98th minute, the last minute of extra time we conceded, and the game went to penalties. I was livid, but yes. Amazing stuff. Yes, this is Pitt Perspectives. Bliss Kocho in the chat says, this topic is such an interesting one, and I can't wait to hear all your thoughts and perspectives. Yes, we can't wait to hear the thoughts and perspectives. But first things first, as you know, we have our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. Yes. I've never been more happier to say this part on the show, Yeah, super shout out to Carolina Arthritis Center. Iberos Okalu says, hello guys, it's been an awesome week for me, and I'm glad to be here again. Our guest is also a doctor. Yes, our guest is also a doctor. Yes, we have a good number of doctors too around here, and AY is also reading to be a doctor, but a different kind of doctor, But yes, it's time for our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. What do we have, guys?
Yes, I have the first news here, and it says Greenville gets ready for the Little League Softball World Series.
Yes, Greenville is preparing to welcome teams, families, and fans from across the United States and around the world as the Little League Softball World Series begins tomorrow, August the 2nd. Local leaders expect the week-long tournament to bring a big boost to hotels, restaurants, and other businesses, making it an important event for the local economy. Downtown businesses are ready for the crowds, with restaurants like Nash Hot Chicken stocking up to serve players and visitors throughout the tournament. Community leaders say they hope everyone who visits Greenville feels welcomed while enjoying the games and exploring the city. Moving on.
We also have town common restaurant proposal sparks community debate.
Yes, Greenville residents continue to share different opinions about a proposed restaurant or cafe at the town common. Supporters believe it would bring more food options, attract visitors, and make the park more active, while others worry it could reduce public green space and limit access to an area that belongs to everyone. Some residents suggested adding healthy dining options or creating space for local food trucks instead of one restaurant. A final public meeting is being held before city staff present community feedback to the Greenville City Council, which will decide the project's future. Yes, moving on, guys.
Sheriff's office releases findings on K9 Chili's death.
Yes, the Pitt County Sheriff's Office says K9 Chili died after her handler accidentally forgot she was inside a vehicle following a training exercise on a hot day in June. An internal investigation found there was no evidence the handler acted intentionally or maliciously, so no criminal charges will be filed. The sheriff's office says Chili was riding in a vehicle that had not been converted into a dedicated K9 unit with heat safety equipment. Officials say they are reviewing their K9 program, upgrading vehicles, and taking additional steps to better protect police dogs in the future. I think this is one of the biggest news in the area this past week. There has been a lot of, I guess for good reason anyway, there's been a lot of things said about this situation. But yes, in our final news of the day, guys.
We have mosquito spraying begins across Beaufort County.
Yes, Beaufort County has started mosquito spraying in areas with high mosquito activity to help make the end of summer more comfortable for residents. Spraying will take place from dusk until dawn. Although weather conditions may delay scheduled treatments, health officials are also encouraging residents to help reduce mosquito populations by removing standing water around their homes, cleaning gutters, and using insect repellent and protective clothing when outdoors. Residents with concerns can contact the Beaufort County Health Department for assistance. Yes, that's all we have for you today on our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins. Yes, Ebero Zokali is asking in the chat, is our guests the voice in the radio jingle?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? Tell us. Yes, Uchendu says Hope Patrick is also not trying to be a doctor. This is Awesome Radio. I will be back right after the break.
United Way of Pitt County since 1958 through community partnership provides support to families and individuals in the areas of meals and food insecurities, emergency services, workforce development, rent, utilities and mortgage assistance, domestic violence, health and wellness care, youth and educational needs, homelessness, and victims of sexual abuse. United Way of Pitt County, mobilizing resources and leadership to build a stronger community. Learn more at uwpcnc.org. That's www.uwpcnc.org. United Way of Pitt County since 1958.
Awesome radio. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Can you hear it? Awesome. Awesome.
Welcome back. This is Awesome Radio Network, yes. And this is Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Eastern North Carolina to the rest of the world. Yes, we are a global stage for local stories. Uchendu Njonye, yes, was saying, Hope Patrick is not also trying to be a doctor. Yes, Patrick is not trying to be a doctor. He started out wanting to be a doctor, but, just like a lot of things he does, he's changed his mind. you know. But yes,
What was going on? Like the whole day is like
did I
10.
lie? Did I lie?
It's
Any
okay,
lies?
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Any
I'll let you have it.
lies?
Yes, but I'll let you have it.
Nah,
I'll
bro.
let you have it.
Bro, when this guy started out telling everybody he wanted to be a doctor,
Yes, I did. Actually.
and you changed your mind.
I
So
didn't
what's the
cha-
lie?
Well, okay, I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. I don't have
Yes, amazing stuff. All right. So, for our Community Voices segment, today we're talking about service over self. What does it really mean to serve others? And as I said earlier, our guest today is Dr. Kyle Hunter. Dr. Kyle is the Chief Medical Officer of Remission Medical. He is the Managing Partner of Carolina Arthritis Center, and he's a U.S. Army veteran, and he served the United States of America with distinction, including receiving the Bronze Star Medal. And Dr. Kyle has spent more than 25 years caring for patients and serving communities through medicine. So today we're talking about service, because whether it's serving in the military, caring for patients, volunteering in the community, or simply lending a helping hand to a neighbor, acts of service have always helped build stronger communities. But today, the world is busy and fast moving. So, what does service really look like? Why does serving others still matter? Yeah, so we're talking about the value of service today. And as always, we have questions, we'll have him answer, and we'll have you all share your perspectives too. So, who has made the biggest difference in your life through their service to others? And the second one is, what's one way you've seen your community come together to help people in need? And the third one is, how can we encourage more people to serve and make a positive impact where they live? Yes, as always, our phone lines are 252-756-2008. Or if you're calling from outside the US, it's +1 252-756-2008. And as always, you can drop your perspectives on the chat across Facebook, across YouTube, across Twitch. Would like to hear from you on Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. Abide and Pray always in the chat says, with his portfolio, he's just the right guest for today's topic. Yes. And we thank him for being here with us. So hopefully, he's a busy man, but we'll try and see if we can get him. We have we call it Pitt Perspectives Pro Max. We have the recorded video podcast too. So hopefully we'll get you, on that when you have time, so we have an expansive conversation. But today we're talking about service, but I still really want to hear about, specifically what inspired you to join the army, if.
It started in a somewhat selfish way.
Oh, okay.
It was a way to pay for college.
Oh, so the army pays for college.
Yeah, I had an ROTC scholarship, which is Reserve Officer Training Corps scholarship. They paid for 80% of my tuition, which was significant. I could have gone in-state in Pennsylvania, where I grew up. Would have been a lot cheaper, but I wanted to go to Duke University. So I had to compete and took the scholarship.
Oh, wow.
So what started in a somewhat selfish way, I think turned into a very nice way to serve down the line.
Oh, okay. That makes interesting. So that's the army. Now, what eventually led you into medicine and rheumatology?
Even before I went into the army, I was interested in medicine, not necessarily rheumatology. Initially, I wanted to be an ophthalmologist, and
That's for the eyes?
for the eyes, and I did a couple rotations with ophthalmologists, and nothing against them, but they hang out in dark rooms a lot without windows, and that wasn't quite my jam. So I changed, and for a while I was thinking about geriatrics, which is care for the elderly. And then rheumatology sparked my interest because within the world of internal medicine, it's one of the specialties that focuses more on the entire patient, not just maybe the heart or the kidneys.
Okay.
And then while I was still within the Army, I had the opportunity to apply and do a 2-year fellowship for rheumatology.
I think, was it the one at Walter Reed?
Walter Reed, it was when Walter Reed was still in the city of D.C. Now it's in Bethesda. But
Interesting. Yeah, Bethesda, Maryland. So yes, the Walter Reed is the medical center of the Army, right?
It's the biggest one, yes.
Yeah, okay. That is amazing. Yes, Esther Shadrach says our guest has a great portfolio. Yes, he does. Honorable Rejoice says in the chat, hello, Rejoice here from Abba Storytelling Hangout. Yes, we're glad to have you, and we're talking to Dr. Kyle. We're talking about service, putting other self before what am I saying? Others before self. Self above others. Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Patrick will have something to say. Say
Anyway,
it,
that's
say
the
it.
truth. So Victor was trying to say something, but he's self was like, no, I don't put others before. I'm over others. So, it was also correct.
I mean, it's expected of you too, because you feel like I
No,
told you
I'm
this
just-
guy doesn't have
I'm
any
just
nice
pointing
thing
out
to
what
say
happened.
about me.
I just pointed out what happened. I said nothing. You did that. You did that.
Autocorrect.
All right, whatever, dog. All right, let's go. So the first question of the day we'll ask Dr. K, and then you all would also answer in your. We would like to hear a lot of different perspectives,
Yeah.
but who has made the biggest difference in your life? Through their service to others. I imagine as we look up to you, there are other people you look up to too. Who, or it could be a bunch of people anyway. But who are some of the people who has made the biggest difference in your life through their service to others?
I would say, starting early, my parents.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we grew up in I'd say a middle class house. Both my parents had to work to support the
Oh, wow.
family. Had saved enough money to help my sister and I both go to college
Oh, wow.
and create careers. So that would be a big one. Some of my leaders in the military, especially when I was working with the infantry at Fort Campbell and got deployed to Afghanistan.
You did?
Mhm.
Fallujah?
No, we were that's in Iraq, but
Oh, wow.
we were mainly. I was never in Iraq, but
Okay.
we were in Kandahar mostly and
Okay.
and Bagram. It was early in the war, so a lot of insightful leaders during that
Oh,
time.
wow.
And then I don't know how much you talk about St. James,
Right.
our
We
church
do
here
talk
on the
about
radio.
it quite, yeah.
But finding a church when we finally got out of the army and moving to Greenville was nice, and a lot of mentors along the way there
Okay.
as well.
That makes sense. Yeah, these guys are laughing at me. So this was Operation Desert Storm, right? Or this or not?
Desert Storm
Was
was
all three?
the first Iraq war.
Oh, okay.
So that was I was in college when that happened.
Oh, wow.
And then most people call the 20-year period after 9/11 Enduring Freedom,
Oh,
Operation
yeah,
Enduring
Operation
Freedom. So,
Enduring, yeah,
and that
so-
kind of covers the
time.
operations in Afghanistan and Iraq for a
Hmm.
while. So
That's amazing. So I've met, and this is something we talk about a lot here. For a lot of us who hadn't been to the US before we came to Greenville, we didn't imagine a lot of the things. And I'm sure you saw it with fans during the World Cup. There were a lot of folks who didn't realize, for instance, how huge the US was. So I guess I say all that to ask, how different, or were there any, do you remember any differences in, the culture or the place when you were there that, sort of made you realize, how huge or different the world can be?
I can, as far as Afghanistan goes,
Uh-huh.
if you ever go to Afghanistan, you'll be very happy that you do not live there. It's probably one of the, if you just talk about third world countries, it's probably
Right.
one of the poorest third world
wow.
countries. I mean, there's very little infrastructure.
Interesting.
It makes you
Grateful.
realize how easy we have things
Oh,
in the
okay.
United States and Europe and other parts of the world that I've been to as well. But yeah, there's even like we were at the airport in Kandahar, which other than being a landing strip for aircraft was not anything like an airport
In
that
the
you
US.
go to in other
Wow.
parts, or even South Africa, like Johannesburg.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a huge airport.
Interesting. Yes, this is Awesome Radio, and this is Pete Perspectives after the break.
Join our team of totally awesome volunteers. When you volunteer into the Awesome Radio Network family, you are valued and appreciated. Are you retired? Do you need something rewarding to do? Do you need community hours? We can be reached at 252-756-3137. We have several volunteer opportunities readily available for you to choose from. Awesome Radio Network is seeking self-motivated and positive volunteers who may be interested in learning how we do radio and community events. Visit our website to learn more, awesomeradionetwork.org, or reach us at 252-756-3137. Disclaimer: we vet our volunteers and reserve all rights to mutually accept or refuse.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Awesome Radio Network, and this is Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community. And today we have Dr. Kyle Hunter in the building. Dr. K, yes, is the Chief Medical Officer of Remission Medical, the Managing Partner of Carolina Arthritis Center, and he is a U.S. Army veteran, and he's been a doctor for over 25 years, longer than Patrick has been alive for. Yes, amazing stuff. You know, don't pity him, or this guy, he will never have a nuclear weapon. That's a veteran. Yes. Okay. Yes. Azuleta in the chat says from Twitch, is Dr. Hunter working with the veterans recruitment effort at Brody? Incidentally, I work in ophthalmology. Oh, LOL. Yeah, so I guess
I am not. I'd like to know more about that.
Oh yeah, the veterans.
I don't know anything about that. So.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so as later, Dr. Kahana says he'd like to know more about the veterans recruitment effort at Brody. And I guess, sorry if you work in ophthalmology. After he said all that, but he said, well, he has nothing against.
Just not for me.
Yeah.
Just not for me.
Yeah. Right. All right. Nkechi promises, Uche, the convener of About Storytelling Hangout, has made a remarkable difference in my life through the way he treats people. He's the kind of person who will genuinely help you and keep checking on your progress without expecting anything in return. That kind of kindness is rare. God bless him abundantly. Yes, Uche, collect your flowers. I mean, if only Patrick and AY can be this honest about me, but it's all good. I mean,
you don't want to hear what
I don't. Honestly, I don't. Keep it to yourself.
Just continue.
I don't. Yeah, I honestly don't. I've changed my mind. But yes, amazing stuff. All right, so yes, as far as you all, I was gonna say something about the St. James. I think. Yeah, I've always been fascinated about how folks, serve at St. James, and you especially with someone else I would remember would be Dr. Spru. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen you all do hundreds and sometimes thousands of grills on the chicken and all that. I've seen you volunteer for Upward Basketball, and it's all these things are unpaid. It's not like you guys get paid anything or any of that. Oh wow. And I suppose sometimes you're chipping your own, supports.
Oh, definitely.
That is interesting. And I've seen you've been done like greeter stuff on the traditional service side over the traditional as a greeter.
Oh, sure. Yeah, greeter. Yeah.
And that is very.
That's the only time I wear a tie.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Amazing stuff. So, guys, for you guys. Same question, who has met the biggest, or which people have made the biggest difference in your life through their service in
I think I mean more recently I would say Dr. Ziga.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I would think that is the same for almost any international student around. It's they've been very, very helpful, supportive of the international community, especially for students around here with the college, ministry.
Yeah.
So it's
Uche, you just had it's you. Yeah, collect your flowers.
so it's been amazing. I mean, meeting Dr. Ziga and then how everything has played out ever since then, getting into the program, now I'm even working directly with him. He's my advisor for my PhD. Amazing. So it's just been very helpful.
Right.
Even apart from school stuff, he's also been very helpful with personal stuff.
Right.
And like I always say, you would think maybe because I'm close to him, but I'm saying this because it's actually true. I think Dr.
Right.
Ziga is probably one of the best teachers I've experienced in
Yeah.
class now, because I took his mathematical economics course, which is supposed to be a difficult class.
It
you
is
know, it's
actually, but
mathematics,
yeah.
but it kind of helped us in a way that made the course a bit more accessible, and everybody would testify to the fact that he's a great teacher and it's been
Amazing.
a really, really great influence. So yeah, I'll say.
So on and off the beats.
yeah,
On
something
and
like
off the
that.
class, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I took his development economics class. Econ 5150 was great. And then I proctored his games theory class, Introduction to Game Theory, but I stayed away from mathematical economics.
What kind of math?
Oh yeah.
Is it calculus?
Yes, there
or-
was calculus.
Oh,
yes.
wow. Yeah, I'm out then.
Oh yeah. Interesting. So as the letter came back with some more details, Dr. Jason Higginson is the executive dean at Brody and a retired Navy veteran. He's leading the charge for veteran recruitment to help build physician career pipeline for vets. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. So, Dr. K, you have it. So yes, Dr. Z.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you go down the list, sometime you see Victor.
No,
I hope
there's
so.
There's no Victor.
I mean, I know what to expect from you too. How about you, Patrick? Who's
To answer the same question, I think the first is always going to be my parents. I think they've sacrificed a lot. Throughout my entire life, even for me to come to college in the United States, it's been
that's a
quite
big deal.
expensive, and so
That is a big
they've
man.
done their part, and I'm always eternally grateful to them. I'll always be, and then of course once I got here, St. James has been a big help as
yeah.
well. Dr. Ziga, Ms. Eunice have been some of the biggest contributors to the kind of help that I get,
Right.
through, on and off the pitch, like AY said.
Like Victor said, not AY, but it's fine.
Oh,
Go
you
ahead.
said it.
Whatever.
Scratch that. So we can go with something different.
Whatever.
On and off the court, we would use basketball
It
terms.
doesn't.
We are in America, so
It
makes
doesn't hit
sense.
as much. But go ahead.
It does actually. You just don't know about basketball.
Bro, you're a
And
hater,
so
bro.
I'm
Just go
not.
ahead and say what I
Yeah.
say.
I think the other one is Grandma Ann. I think she
Oh
was,
yeah,
yes.
definitely.
she was a
Very
big
good.
one for sure, and she's done so much for she's always at the events,
Oh, yeah,
cooking,
she's-
even in her old age. It takes a lot to do all those things, and so
It does.
I think I'm always
does.
eternally grateful. And one that I forgot to mention, I think Nelson Mandela, he sacrificed a lot, his freedom, so all those leaders that did their part during that time. But, there's the list goes on and on and on and on.
Right.
It could go forever.
Interesting. So, Dr. K, yes.
What about you?
Yes.
What about
You
me?
don't have
Yes.
influences.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, y'all have
He
said
He thinks he's the only influence.
Yeah.
that-
Okay. Okay.
Please.
Go ahead.
how happy this guy gets to come at me.
No,
you see
I-
the smile on his face, his lips widen. He's like,
Okay.
"Oh, let's bomb them." This
What?
guy, you,
Why do you keep using that reference?
you see,
That's a crazy reference to keep using.
Oh, it's interesting. Yes. Bliss Kocho says I have a lot of people to celebrate, but today I'll celebrate Uche. He always refers my business, and I don't know how best to appreciate him. But you people should tell him to stop scolding me. Oh wow, that's a double-edged sword. Uche, he's celebrating you, and he's saying you should stop scolding him. Amazing, amazing stuff. So yes, for me, obviously my very first idea of service came from my parents. Essentially, my dad is a preacher. He's retired now. Both of them, anyway. They served. They helped set up some churches in rural eastern Nigeria. Yeah, sometimes they would go get posted in a remote place and would stay in the city and let them, do it, because he's the one that was called and not all of us. But it was interesting to see them sacrifice their lives in service to the church and to God, and for us too, to be able to do stuff. I think that's a big one. And Grandma Ann obviously was sort of a huge figure. He was almost everywhere, omnipresent. I mean, she showed up. She's been to ECU with me for meetings. She's been looked out for us in a really big way. So yes. And Dr. Z, as always, I call him our local dad too. and St. James, and of course Dr. K. And I say that too because I know he probably has forgotten. My private jet. He helped me, take it a bunch of times to the shop and helped me out. With his wife Lisa too. They've been really, really amazing. Actually he's the granddad to Yuki the cat. Yeah, so you see, he makes the list for sure. So actually the private jet is the custodian now. Yeah, but I mean after all his shenanigans here, we'll probably reconsider that contract. But let's see how he'll work. Yeah. But yes, amazing stuff. So Dr. K, this show is really about hearing your perspectives, because I mean you get tired of listening to these two guys after some time, but we love to hear from
in
you.
the words of Dr. Herb, does he ever stop talking?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. So I'm going to ask you. Many people want to make a difference or serve, but they don't know where to start. Where does service begin? Where do you think service begins? Is that a new caller?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's take it. Good morning, and you're live on Awesome Radio. This is Pitt Perspectives. Who do we have on the line?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can.
hear you.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the person will have to
Oh, yes.
pull back.
All right, please call us back, please. We'd like to hear. And that was a very Holy Ghost voice. Yeah. But yes, amazing stuff. So yes, before we get to the phone calls, yes, Dr. Okay, I was asking, where does service begin for people who want to make a difference or they don't know where to start?
I was actually thinking about this morning.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
a good question. I think you have to be willing to go outside of your comfort zone, because it's hard to see volunteer opportunities if they're really close to you, I guess. So, whether that's doing something crazy like getting a scholarship for the Army and then
Right.
traveling around the world, or being open to things within a group that you are comfortable with, like St. James.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't have seen myself running a concession stand for Upward Basketball if
Right.
you asked me 30 years ago,
Right.
or helping with international students.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
that's it's been a great program, but you have to be willing to go outside your comfort zone. So I think that would be the first step. And then, everyone's busy, like you brought up before.
Right.
So I would say being able to carve out time to help, and then just being willing. One of the things that I've enjoyed helping with international students are, as Patrick's getting ready to move, students move a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So I just happen to have a truck, and it's easy to move people from point A to point B.
Right.
And, both Patrick AY and Victor help with that as well, and some other people from our church.
Yeah, I know they don't like that you mentioned my name, but
It's very true. Victor started out telling everybody that we help move.
And then
And
he
then
stopped moving.
He
yeah.
never,
Yeah. That's
I
very
never
true.
moved with you guys.
No, you
did it
like
once or
you s-
twice.
Yeah,
And then
you
you
Said
stopped.
once or twice.
yes,
yes,
it's that few. Yes,
Yes.
we've done way more,
Bro,
way more.
you guys are liars. In
We
fact,
not.
you guys are lions.
We're
That's
not
how much
lying.
you guys
This
are
is
lying.
fact.
This is a gang up.
It's not again. No, this
It's a
this is
gang
the
up.
one time that is actually.
It was
true.
always
Bro.
announcing on the radio. We are
Yes.
moving.
But we had a moving thing
then-
going on. Amigos.
We is we.
Moving
Who's we?
company.
Yeah,
You
you have
speaking
to-
French?
Yes, we did. We did.
Yes.
We moved. We moved the whole.
You started
you know
the
what?
thing,
You know what's
and
even
then
interesting?
you were
I
announcing
started
it to
moving with
everyone, and then
him.
you backed out.
I started moving with him before you got into the
That's
picture
true.
with
That's
moving.
true. Yes.
You
But
see,
you stopped
but-
after a while.
I mean, I have a bad back, but it's
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
excuse he
excuse.
came.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the excuse he came. up with.
Manufactured and then
bro.
stopped, yeah.
Please, someone come take these guys away. Do they adopt adults in the US? Are they adoptable? Can I give them to CPS?
They might
No,
be a
that's
little
child
old.
protective
Oh, yeah.
services. What?
Adult protective services.
Oh, they have that too.
APS. Yeah, we could. Oh,
All
they
right.
have that.
That's interesting. So yes, yes, interesting stuff. So yeah, Dr. K, You how long have you been in Eastern North Carolina? Do you remember?
20 years this
Ooh,
summer.
20 years this summer. Interesting. So, I mean, I know St. James is a big part of what you do, but in terms of like the area, has there been like a time, if you can remember, and it's fine if you don't, where the community has had to come together, in a way to support and all that? So, has there been like a case like that?
Certainly, it hasn't happened recently,
Oh,
which is
thankfully.
good. But
Okay.
we tend to get some bad storms. We're kind of getting into the part of the year where if we're going to experience
Hurricane?
the brunt of a hurricane, it's
Ooh.
going to happen either this month or next month
Oh,
probably.
wow.
But mainly right after we moved here, there were several larger ones where people lost power for significant periods of time,
Wow.
and even just being in our neighborhood, trees would fall down,
Wow.
guys would just show up
Oh.
with chainsaws and
Wow.
cut down trees, remove debris from people's yards. I think, even going back before I lived here to hear people talk about Floyd in 1999,
Right.
this area has always been really good at helping out neighbors after a storm or hurricane. Trying to think of any other examples. That's the big one, though.
That is fascinating too, you know.
So hopefully not this year. Hopefully
Yeah.
2026 is not another year.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I hate to be pessimistic, but don't these things occur in circles? Like it can't entirely go away, go away. Or is that?
Oh, it's always a risk.
Oh yeah. And I heard too. I guess I digress. That every part of the United States has their own issues. Like in Eastern North Carolina is hurricane.
Yeah, and other places, earthquakes,
like fire.
wildfires, especially like Canada right now.
Right.
Europe's having a lot of difficulty with wildfires. So,
Right.
yeah, so I think our big thing here is
The
worried
hurricane.
about hurricanes in
Oh,
the
yeah.
late summer, early fall.
But I wish I'd say someone says the call line is not going through. Please, we would like to hear from you. It's still +1 252 756 2008 +1 252 756 2008. Yes, you can call us. We'd like to hear from you. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's a silly thing to say, but if I had to choose among natural disasters, I'd choose a hurricane over like an earthquake.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's coming.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
people on the coast can get away. People here can get ready for it.
Right.
I mean, we're lucky in Greenville that we usually don't get
As much
the
as.
full brunt
Oh,
of
wow.
the winds, but we can certainly have the flooding
Right.
along the Tar River.
Right. That is interesting. Esther, on my call, but I couldn't hear anything. Please call back.
Yeah, I
Would
think
like
that
to.
was the call we had.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would like to hear from you. It's still +1 252 756 2008. Yes, amazing stuff. So, the last one, I think it's similar to what I asked earlier. How can we encourage more people to serve and make a positive impact where they live? And I say this because, when people hear service, they think it could be, it could be some really big stuff, right? And it could be little too. And I imagine even with your practice, that's some form of service,
Yeah.
right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, especially with trying to reach out to people that need care for rheumatology, trying to have open appointments for people to get in, and then getting them in as fast as possible.
Right.
Certainly.
I have some question too, but let's take the call. Good morning. This is Awesome Radio, and you're live on Pitt Perspectives. Who do we have on the line?
Hello, my name is Esther.
Your name is
Esther.
Esther.
I'm calling from Aba.
Oh, come on, one time for Esther. Finally. Yes, thank you for calling, Esther. What's the time over there right now?
This is 2:47
2:47 p.m. Interesting.
p.m.
Amazing. How's your day been? Good? Not so good?
It has been an amazing day.
That's great to hear.
Today is Saturday, so I'm resting.
Amazing. So, yes, you've been listening to Dr. K and us on the show. So, the first question, who has made the biggest difference in your life through their service to others? It could be a bunch of people anyway.
Yeah, I would say it's my dad.
Oh,
Growing up, my dad is actually a children teacher in the church. So he's not just a children teacher, he's more of a nanny. He would spend mothers to children, carry them, Even when you go for camp meetings, he would carry food on his head, serve everybody, serve his fellow teachers. So he was a huge example for me in service. And it also influenced my life. That currently I do a lot of volunteering, helping in community services, and he's a great inspiration for me when it comes to serving others.
Amazing.
He's very humble. Yeah.
That is amazing. Amazing stuff. Thanks for sharing and shout out to your dad. So, the second question Dr.
Thank
K
you so much.
answered, yes, was, what's one way you've seen your community come together to help people in need? And I imagine service looks, somewhat different in different places. But what's one way you've seen your community come together to help people in need?
Okay. I will use what we do at Abba Storytelling Hangout as an instance.
So, Esther,
Esther,
sorry, I have to cut you short, but stay on the line. We'll have to go on a break on Awesome Radio right now.
Do you have documents that need to be notarized? We provide notary services by appointment. 252-756-3137.
Awesome radio. Yes, awesome. Awesome. Can you hear it? Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, welcome back. This is Awesome Radio and this is Pitt Perspectives. I think we have Esther Olamashedrak from Aba in Nigeria. Yes, on the phone line. Are you still there, Esther?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, amazing. Yes, yeah, we know you have to deal with airtime and stuff. But yes, what's one way you've seen your community come together to help others in need? About
So I
storytelling
was talking
hangout.
about what we do at the hangout.
Yes.
Helping people is not just about giving them money,
Mm-hmm.
tending to their immediate needs, but we do a whole lot of community sanitizing people's mentality, helping people ease up their minds. So what we do here is a kind of also community service, helping
Right.
communities, helping people in the community to should I call it re-engineering people's minds, especially young people,
Right.
to think differently, and also network, make friends.
Amazing stuff. Yes, it's amazing hearing from you, Esther, calling from Abba. Thank you for being part of the show and sharing your perspectives. We appreciate you and your engagement. And yes, do have a beautiful, awesome day. All right, come on, one time for Esther. All right. Yes, amazing stuff. We've had a really great show. I hope you enjoyed it, Dr. K. We enjoyed
Definitely.
having you. Yeah, who knows? Maybe on some other months you're free. You can, and thank you so much for always, supporting us. I feel like, our story wouldn't be the same without, you and Carolina Atreides said that.
Very true.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we talk about this. It means so much to us. Yes, we have some upcoming community events before we wrap up the show today. Yes, there's the celebration today from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The opening ceremony of the Little League Softball World Series at Stirling Stadium at Elm Street Park. There'll be a live DJ, food trucks, family activities, and you can come volunteer and help welcome teams from around the world as the 2026 Little League Softball World Series officially begins today at Elm Street Park. Yes.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the
Marketing and all that. Yes.
Okay, so we have pop-in, pop-out ceramic ice cream bowl. So you can stop by Emerge Gallery this Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and create your own ceramic ice cream bowl. It's a fun activity for all ages with sessions every 45 minutes, and there are walk-ins and welcome. And then we have pre-registration is also encouraged.
Yes, we also have yoga in the galleries. Relax and recharge with yoga in the galleries at Greenville Museum of Art this Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Bring your own yoga mat and enjoy the evening of movement surrounded by beautiful artwork. The session is free for museum members and $10 for non-members.
Oh yes. So yes, it's been an amazing, amazing times. Just before we get off air in a couple minutes, I still just wanted to, you know, hear you say something. For someone who listens to this show today, and a lot of people we are very impressed by your. They call it portfolio. It's a Nigerian thing, actually. Yeah, it's a Nigerian thing, by the way. But it's inspiring to see. And I saw that you've won a bunch of medals in the army too. You know, you act like you didn't know that. But yeah, I was expecting a reaction. But yeah, I didn't even know that until I started doing some research. For the show.
I mean, yeah, some of them are kind of participation medals.
Okay.
Some of them you get for having the opportunity to be deployed. But I guess the one I'm most proud of is there's two different kinds of Bronze Star medals.
Okay.
There's one that has what's called a V device for valor. That is not the one that I have.
Oh, okay.
That's more for combat, which doctors aren't really known for
Right.
being a big part of combat. But it was for my role in leading the medical community that we had in Afghanistan at that time.
Oh, wow.
So that's probably the one that I'm most proud of.
Oh, that's amazing. And I remember the Rakasan,
Yeah, Rakkasans.
That's
yeah,
like your unit?
The unit I was in, the infantry unit, got that name from the end of World War II. They were the force that was left behind to occupy Japan after
wow.
the Second World War. So it means roughly falling down umbrella, because they did a couple of training jumps while they were in Japan, parachute jumps, because they were when I was in the 101st of the Rakkasans, we were called air assault, so we used the helicopters. But prior to the helicopters, they were parachute infantry, like the 82nd here in North Carolina still are. Yeah.
That is interesting. I mean, I don't even think planes scare me as big as it is. So I can't imagine flying on a helicopter and then flying into a combat zone or whatever in a helicopter. Oh my God.
And then jumping out.
That is very interesting. Yes, amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. It's been an amazing, amazing, amazing show. And thank you to everyone who's listened. And yeah, we have a lot of silent listeners. Thank you to everyone who's engaged. Thank you for your chats.
And
your
I also think
perspectives.
that this is service, Pitt perspective.
Oh,
in
yeah,
a way,
it's-
because
yeah,
we come here every Saturday, and then there are people
community.
who tell us that we are doing a great job and they are getting inspired by what we do. So
That's
I would
amazing.
also add that too.
Yeah,
to this
that's
stuff.
true.
So I think that's where we
Service.
say that Victor has been doing a good job.
I was,
Three
Maybe that will
guys
make
that
him
aren't
happy.
from Pitt County.
yes, three
doing,
guys.
doing a service.
Yes,
I think that's great. Actually, 4 if you count me.
Yes, four.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing stuff. Yeah, amazing stuff. Oh, but yeah, that's good. It's service, especially when you consider I have to deal with them every weekend. What greater service? Yeah, But yes, it's been an
So you
amazing.
Oh my God.
Say it.
You said what greater service is there?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
So okay, please. Nothing else needs to be said.
Yes, service isn't measured by how big the act is, it's by the difference it makes in someone else's life. It's been an amazing, amazing time. We'll see you next week on Awesome Radio. This is Pitt Perspectives. Boom.